Oh, yeah, babies. Look, kids, there's never a shortage of what we get to talk about here on the Friday Night Super Show, kids, but we're going to get down to some business tonight, man. Where is Ben Swan? Some people say he's missing. Some people say he's just pulling this as a publicity stunt. You never know. You're also talking about Trump is being everything everybody was afraid he was going to be, and a little bit more. We'll get to that and more. Spent Ken is here, and you never know who else is going to show up right here because the Friday Night Super Show starts right now.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody! The Friday Night Super Show. Oh, hell yeah! We're going back! You damn right. Tag team champs, bitches. The motherfucking Friday Night Super Show. Number one in the world, baby. Hey, enough of the goddamn horse shit. Let's start the show.
Oh, yeah, babies. You know what night it is. You know what time it is. The Friday Night Super Show's back here live on the air, not only on spreaker.com at the Last Voice for Liberty Network, but also at YouTube. We're on YouTube, kids. We're streaming live right now, I assure you. They're at the Last Voice for Liberty channel, man. Check us out there. All you got to do, Last Voice for Liberty. It's the only one on there. Check them out, man. We're broadcasting live. I am just frazzled a little bit about dealing with all this. It's the first time that I've done something like this, and hopefully it's not going to be the last time. But luckily, got some friends that are going to be joining here tonight, man. Number one, the crew is here. Spent Kent, how's it going, you crazy moth?
Just cracking open a beer. What's up, my brother?
Oh, you
How's
know.
it going, man?
Just
back on the Friday Night Super Show.
Getting everything situated here, trying to get all our P's and Q's in line, and switching back and forth between a couple different things. And I'm gonna get used to it, kids. Trust me, I'll get it all nailed down. And we've got plenty to talk about here tonight, and hopefully some other people will be joining us as well. Big E, I think, is going to be chiming in, and you never know who's going to be around here tonight. But kids, we got a lot to talk about, Spent Ken. A lot of shit has happened this week. Trump's in full dictator mode. He's right on it, and there's nobody that can deny it, really. I mean, look at what he's doing. The fact that some people are still, sitting there going, "What? Wait a minute, what if this gets turned against us?" Like you were all doing when Obama was president. But for some reason, it seems like there's people are, being led by the nose, so to speak. Man, what do you think about that?
Well, I think it started getting since 9/11. It started getting really bad with Bush in the first place, and then Obama, all those executive orders and everything. Of course, the right complained then when Obama was doing it, and the left had no problem, and now it's vice versa. Trump's doing it. The right has no problem with it, but the left's bitching about it. Same old divide and conquer game going on here. Right versus left parodying keeps the American people fooled.
It does. They keep fighting amongst each other when the real enemy has been the government the entire time. I mean, the entire time. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to understand what the root of the problem is you keep giving these ass clowns power, man. Literally. You have to understand that the more you give each one of these suit dummies that you put in office, and it doesn't matter if it's George Bush, it doesn't matter if it's Bill Clinton, it didn't matter if it was Ronald friggin' Reagan, Jimmy Stupid Carter, or goddamn dumbass Donald Trump, man. It's the same thing over and over again. People I've seen people get so vehemently mad on social media here recently about just Trump being president. They're rioting at Berkeley or whatever the hell stupid privileged college it is out there in California, rioting because this gay Jew was coming to give a speech. And thinking that, Ronald, it was Donald Trump's fault. Donald Trump, they're spray painting, kill Trump in places. They're burning shit, rioting, getting all pissed off. Like in a revolution, you really kind of have to. But these are the same people, that were a couple months ago talking about love Trump's hate. And now all of a sudden, Donald Trump is taking advantage of every little gift of power that you numbskulls just allowed these previous ass clowns in suits and shit to lead you down. You just let them have it. And then all of a sudden, a guy like Trump, who don't give two fucks what anybody thinks, he's just going to do what he thinks he can do, is going to do it. And you guys are acting like, oh my God, now it's time to pay attention. Now all of a sudden, shit is becoming real. We've been trying to tell you for years. Don't give them this shit. They're not going to give it back.
They keep taking more. They keep trying to take more and more and more of each ass clown they put in there, that they vote for. They disguised the right versus left and left versus right bullshit. But, I mean, look at, how since Bush... Look in the last more than the last 15 years, with Bush, and they got even more with Obama, and now Trump's off right to right picking up where they left off, bombing 8-year-olds and everything else that's going on. But they keep voting these guys in, and they act like it's a big shocker, And these people crying about Berkeley protest. Learn to protest the system, not certain individuals. It's not the individual, it's not the puppet, it's the system that the puppet's being played in. Wake up.
It absolutely is. You're looking at the whole system in itself has become your biggest enemy, as if it wasn't already. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got to look at this big picture style. The time for small little tiffs and taps between the lot is far beyond gone. You're like a bunch of kids that wander into a movie, and wander into a room in the middle of a movie and want to know what's going on. You are late to the party. Okay, sit back and listen for a few minutes and start making some intelligent decisions. Start doing a little bit of research and looking up. You guys are running around going, end fascism. Well, don't let this guy talk.
Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous.
Now we got Big E joining us too. Big E, Ian Maddox, man, from East Psych here on Tuesday nights of the Last Voice for Liberty Network. You can catch him on YouTube as well. Big E, what the hell's going on tonight?
I'm just joining in. I didn't get a chance to listen yet because I've been working on some YouTube stuff. I just reposted an old video from at least a couple years ago. I retitled Super and Natural. I just posted it on the thread on Facebook. What's up, my peeps? No, let's think one, y'all. y'all doing tonight on the Friday Night SuperShow?
Well, you know, we're discussing the angst. Right now, we're talking about the riots that have been going on because, you know, Donald Trump is, of course, the asshole that he is, and going to continue on being the big asshole that everybody has expected him to be. Well, except for you twat waffles that voted for him. You know,
oh my God! If Vince McMahon had got in, what would we be doing?
No, well, it'd be no different if Hillary Clinton got in, if Vince McMahon had gotten in, if Bernie Sanders has gotten in. You know, maybe just you could have put about the only viable candidate that you silly people could have put in was in 2012, and that was Ron Paul. You missed your chance. You know, you missed your chance to have a responsible government, somebody that wasn't going to sit there and write a bunch of executive orders. You know, if he did, it would have been executive orders that would have benefited you. You know, and people sit and try and doubt me and say, well, you don't know that. And hey, you never know. Maybe all of a sudden Ron Paul gets in there and they assassinate him 2 days later, or he turns into a puppet too. Maybe that's just what the office does.
They threaten them. That's what happened.
But, well, you know, when you're somebody like Donald Trump, who's already made your millions, already done your stuff, and like, shit, I can protect myself on any type of level if I'm worth billions of dollars. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh yeah, he already bought his Secret Service, like Joe getting taken over by Cobra.
But here's the thing: if you got a guy that comes in the office like that, he's not always going to do what's in the best interest of the people. He's going to look at it as, well, I got to come in and be a badass and start flexing some dick around here and act like I'm important, and then make come true with some of these hardcore ideologies that this is just what's going to fucking happen. And the thing about it is everybody's whining about him doing it. It's like, y'all let the other ones do it, and all of a sudden the true asshole comes along to point. Now you want to pay attention, and I feel maybe I shouldn't feel that way. Maybe I shouldn't be, what's the word I'm looking for? Hateful towards these people or angry towards these people, but shit, man, you're like Johnny come lately and you want to sit out there and start making the big stink now, and you don't even really understand why you're making the big stink. You're out there calling people or talking about we don't want fascism. It's like, you idiots have allowed fascism to creep into this country just as much as the rest of us. We all did. But it's beyond fascism. It's called progressivism, all right? It's exactly what Ted Jotty and a lot of us have been talking about for a long time. So I have a bit of resentment for you young people. Now, I don't want to call them stupid, because they're not stupid. They're actually trying to educate themselves a little bit. I mean, shit, I was surprised that the kids younger than 20 could spell the word fascism. I was really impressed.
I can't spell it.
But this is beyond fascism.
I'm so sick of fascism, I can barely spell it myself. Heck, man, I can tell you right now, fascism is such a fashion statement, we got a progressive auto insurance agency with a name like Flo going with it. I mean, anything less than Tumbo, blocking shots to sell it. I mean, I don't know, yo. Maybe we should just go with the flow, like Flo. No. I don't know.
Well, they need to grasp they need to grasp the concept of the difference between fascism and Nazism. And I mean, if fascism, it's incredible to me that there's a bunch of fascists out there who are trying to stop people from talking. Okay? It's what fascists really do is shut. And look back at what Mussolini did. He's about the purest form of fascism that you've had, in your history books. I'm sorry, they just mentioned him a couple times because they weren't trying to pin him gassing 6 million supposed people. This is. But you've got to look at what fascism actually is and look for the points of it.
Let me throw in a sound effect for you. This is what happens when we allow fascism into the mix.
It's just a big twist. That's where we're going, and we're not the only ones out here. We're not the only ones out here that are noticing it, man. We're not the only ones out here that are sitting and going, shit, man, this country's going to hell. But there are so many people out there that know it and don't know exactly what to do about it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and offer you the end-all, be-all solution. All I can do is tell.
Universe right there.
Well, all I can do is tell everybody, hey, this is where, I've had to come from. This is what I've had to deal with and how I'm dealing with it. Okay? I don't pay taxes. Look at me on YouTube. Haha. I don't pay taxes. Facial recognition that, you bitches. Come and get me. I don't care.
Yeah, I say that all the time. I'm still waiting to get caught.
I don't have to. I do not consent to you taxing me. That's ridiculous. I already end up having to pay taxes when I have to go buy food because you have to tax our food. You have to tax our water. You tax whether or not we can have power. You tax our land. You tax everything that we have, anything that we need to survive. Food, water. There's already a state or federal tax on that.
Beer, cigarettes.
They go, oh, well, there's no tax on food. They say there's no tax on food. Bullshit. Why do you think the cost keeps going up? The food's got to get to the grocery store that you need. Dude, it's simple. The food's got to get to the grocery store where you go to buy it, doesn't it? Well, who's bringing it to the grocery store? Are they just bringing it up for free? Going, golly gee, mister, here you go. I brought the milk today. I brought your apples. I brought your canned goods. You think anybody's out there doing that stuff for free? Hell no.
Nope.
What then, ladies and gentlemen, who's getting taxed? They're getting taxed. And if they're getting taxed, they're going to raise the price for the grocery store to pay them to bring it there. Right?
Yep.
Right. And what's the grocery store going to do to it? Well, they're going to raise the price of that can of chicken noodle soup. Ramen noodles have gone up exponentially since they first came out. Why?
Oh, yeah.
Because they're not just shipping it in minivans anymore. It's simple economics. The more somebody gets pushed for money to pay out to be able to run their business, the more that it's going to get pushed off onto you. It's simple.
Nope.
And who's doing the pushing? If they're pushing on businesses, then guess what, man? That's who they're going to pass it on to you. It's the government pushing that shit, man. Every time. Everybody's been saying that, you need government to keep big business in check or else they're just going to price gouge you. Government's causing them to price gouge us. For Christ's sakes, man. Have you not seen the big failure that this is?
Through the Federal Reserve System.
Go ahead,
and
buddy.
all that, our whole banking system. It's so corrupt. I mean, boy, they got themselves a great Ponzi scheme going on us regular human beings, don't they?
It's beyond greasy.
Still protest Trump right now. Like he's the be all end all of everything.
Well, like he was, the bad. He what? Shit. I'm not even going to defend the ass clown anymore because he went right in there and did exactly what I thought he was going to do. Be like every single other one. Keep on flexing. Keep on showing. Oh, you know what, you American people, keep on pushing us. Keep on trying to take us to that next level of violence. Or that, well, it's violence either way. Because their law is violence. Their acts and statutes is violence against you. Don't think so? Try and break one. Guess what they're going to do? Come and beat the shit out of you and hold guns to your head and then throw you in a fucking cage. That's what it is. It's not complicated. It's simple. I mean, certain laws, especially laws of nature, like don't kill nobody, don't rape no fucking kids, don't fucking, go out and beat somebody up for their money, don't steal their shit, don't burn their house down, simple fucking things like that. And it doesn't take rocket appliances, man. It's not like it's a big, complicated test, okay? It's really kind of simple. But then you add in all their extra acts and statutes, and that's what they are, kids. It's not laws, it's acts and freaking statutes, man.
Yeah, don't take rocket appliances, you just take shit from Acme.
Stop taking shit from these people. And I know it's hard, but if you stop contributing to their system, all of a sudden their system can't friggin' exist, man. It can't.
Obsolete.
What would they do if we all just decided, you know what? You're not taking my taxes anymore. You can do that. You can go into your human resource office and go, you know what, I need to amend my tax form there. And fucking tell them, nope, you're not taking anything. It's perfectly, actually, within their words, legal to do. It is. You don't have to pay taxes. It's all voluntary. Quit giving them money. That's like giving crackheads money, man. It's like, hey, I know you're a crackhead, but shit, here's $20. Go buy something to eat. You know what that motherfucker's going to do? Run to the crack house. Top. Jesus Christ. And that's what you keep giving these people money. Hey, man, quit starting wars. Quit robbing us. Quit taking these things for granted. Quit doing this. Quit doing that. It's regardless of what you ask them to do. But you still keep giving them money and know that they're going to keep fucking doing it. And they know that they are too, man. Boys, I digress for a minute. I'll let you guys give some opinions on this, man. Go right ahead.
Well, I mean, as far as, shutting down the system itself, the best way to do is ignore it. I mean, just if everybody, woke up and said, okay, we're no longer going to participate in this corruption, all of a sudden they become obsolete. Government becomes obsolete. But the problem is to get there is what we're up against right now. It's such a long haul because you have to have people understand, to where we are right now. You have to get them to understand, like, exactly how corrupt government is, any type of government is, and you have to get them to understand what, true anarchy or voluntarism is, and like all those protesters in Berkeley, and those kids out there and all over the place who crying about Trump, but if Hillary is, then they'd be quiet, right now. It's stupid. I mean, they're still believing in government. They're not on the same page. They're not in the same book. And trying to get them all in there with us, that's the long haul. But if everybody could get to where understanding what we're talking about right now, understanding that mindset, understanding reality of what really is, then just do not comply. They become obsolete. We win. There wouldn't be no violence or anything. It would just be a new way, the new understanding of true, self-ownership. But there's just too many people out there that, they're bitching about fascism, they're bitching about this, that, and the other, but they don't know what to replace it with. They're going to replace it with some other type of government slavery. They don't know that. But those are the people we need to wake up and get them on the same page. It's just gonna take a long time. It's a big battle. I always say this. It seems like every week, but it's the truth.
Well, you're right.
Get everybody else on the same page, in the same book, yet alone on the same page.
Well, you're right. That's the thing of it. It's a big battle, it's a lonely battle. And kids, when you first get out there and start getting into this, man, it's lonely. You look at the numbers and go, geez, we're kind of outnumbered a lot by these status people.
Yeah, it's a lonely existence. I just started this YouTube channel for a while, and I see views, but I got like 0 subscribers. I am not popular at all. I feel like the kid I was back in school, man. no friends, sitting among all the people, and I'm like, damn, man, people saying hi, and that's it. Well, you know what? It's not the same effect because I am an adult, and I expect that shit now. So it's like, whatever. You're my friend, fine. You're my family, fine. You ain't with me, you're against me. If not, fuck you. It's about that S4 mentality.
You just got to keep it. You got to keep reminding yourself.
Kind of mentality.
You got to keep reminding yourself of exactly why you got started in it. You know.
Yeah, you can't forget. You can't forget at all.
Keep reminding yourself that's one of the biggest, things you can do is just like keep reminding yourself like there's a reason we do this. But again, I always say don't get too consumed either. Don't get too consumed. Don't get too overwhelmed.
I've been there, did that.
Yeah,
that was hospital station going at court first. I'm not going back to that if I can avoid it. They'll lock my ass up again, and they're waiting to get me. Oh, mobile mental health, you son of a bitches, you.
But, you go out into the, regular, you get off the Friday Super Show here, you get done talking to Lee or myself or whatever, Ian or Lee. You go back out and you go to work or you go to the shopping center or wherever you go and you're just dealing with everyday people. And, you slowly got to, you bring up something like that and then you can either tell they're in the right and the left or they don't know. They're distracted. And it's like that when I go to work, I'm trying to see, I try to vibe out and see what people are, how much they know or whatever about the truth. And, it's like, it's hard, the one thing that people do understand, there's fuckery going on. That's a good thing. They understand there's a lot of fuckery going on.
I like the 70s news you hear about, if you're not born in that era, but I'm born in the 80s and growing up in the 90s and now in this era, and at least there's people that understand there's fuckery going on. That's a good thing. When you got more paranoid schizophrenics around you than people diagnosed with the shit, that's a good fucking thing. But
I was born in the 70s. Well, I go way back, but yeah, I mean, I've been the same shit. I mean, I just remember the way I was before I was awake, and a lot of it's distraction. But
they're able to fuck around here, so that's a good
going on. There's fuckery going on, and so the ones that are ready to listen, they're the easy ones. The ones that are ready to listen, ready to start doing their homework, start paying attention, they're the easy ones. Then you got the others that just give up or they're just too distracted. And
you know what's about my area? The cops ain't LAPD mentality and New York City police mentality. So when the Sullivan County cops around here can talk to you like anybody else, no matter who they are, and they can tell you what's true and what's not true when they ain't around mobile mental health, they can talk to you just like you and I can talk to you now. So that's what's cool. That's what's really cool. I didn't mean to say the wrong thing with my slur there. Here goes my slur again. That's what's cool about the Sullivan County Police Department and all their districts. It don't matter if they Fallsburg, Monticello, whoever, Liberty, whoever. Stady, whoever. Sullivan County cops are awesome because when they ain't around mobile mental health and they ain't around that fuckery, you talk to them, they can talk to you on your level. I've talked to them off the record many times. They know what's going on around them. I'm giving them my links and they know who they're talking to every time when mobile mental health ain't around. So when I talk to them, I'm talking to real people. So they're really awesome, my cops in Sullivan County. So I know when I talk to them on the level that I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to New York City cops. I'm talking to those retired people. I got some retired cops living in my area now, and they're awesome cops. They get wood to my friend Stevie. So I know some awesome New York City cops. I got one that's related to me, David Ross, from my mom's marriage, from previous marriage. So I know it. So I'm retired. So I know not a retired cop, but guys in the field now. Who's my uncle. So I know some cops. I'm related to some cops. So I know some decent people in the field. So I'm not saying all cops are bad at all. What I'm saying is there's an awakening going on. People that are in it know it, and people that are not in it know it. So I'm saying we're in an age of awakening, and that's where the veil is getting torn on the eyes. So that aspect, the Bible is right, and so is every other book. Quran,
my brother's an Exodus. He's coming around.
There's an awakening.
Now go ahead, Kent. Go ahead, Kent.
No, I say my brother. It's funny. My little brother, he's only a year younger than me, but he's an ex-cop. He's been retired for like 12, 14, or about 15 years. He was on the force for almost 10 years. And then he of all things, he fucked up his trigger finger. And that was like, during a traffic incident, he had to dive out of the way and fucked up his trigger finger. So he ends up, got retired early disability. And then he's doing other stuff now. He's working on roller coasters and shit like that. But, he's been out of the force for like 15 years. He's retired from up north in Maryland, and But he's, I talk to him a lot about stuff we talk about, and he's onto it. I mean, he knows a lot of stuff. He's a very smart guy in the first place, and he knows beyond this that there's fuckery going on. He's looking into it. He's, I'm teaching him about, what government, head of the snake and stuff. He can actually understand anarchy to a point, and this is really good for an ex-cop. He can understand self-governance and self-ownership to a point, but he just doesn't believe it'll ever happen. It's a utopian dream, which a lot of people say, and so they give up. And that's another, we were talking about this last week, Lee, like how many different obstacles you get up ahead, with people that you're trying to wake up, and some people don't care, some people give up, some people, they're distracted, and some people are just too dumb, and et cetera, et cetera. Or there's more people like, yeah, I like the way it sounds, but it's a utopian dream. I can't believe it'll ever happen. So they don't have any belief
I think what's cool about this give-up thing that's going on in people's heads, I think when the world gives up, the elites will lose control of everything, because then they'll get too comfortable, they'll get too full of themselves, and then that's when the power's going to go to their head, and they're going to open the gates of hell for themselves, they're going to open Pandora's box themselves, and that's when the flourishing of the Pandora's box is going to open for them, the elites, and anarchy is going to awaken. But then that's when the 1,000-year reign symbolic thing, I think, is going to happen for the people, where it's going to happen for the people, because when the people are going to get beaten into submission, there's some movie I heard about that was put out there. I don't remember the name of it, but a old boss of mine named Laura Mack told me there was this movie out there that took place about Islam and all that, and he told me about it. And the moral of the story was, you can never truly oppress a people. That's what he told me about it. And I remember this because I worked for this guy out in the outdoor pool at the Raleigh Hotel in South Walsall, and I never forgot that moral. I forgot the movie, but I never forgot the moral. That stuck with me. And always things that we talked about stuck with me and him. Now, between that and the fact that he sold me a piece of shit computer one time, but other than that, he was always a cool boss. I always loved working for him. We didn't really know each other when he sold that to me, but we got cool toward the end. But nevertheless, him and I always had some really awesome conversations. This is when I was just starting to blossom and bloom in my beginning out here, before I started to wise up and realize things and start awakening. But when he told me you can never truly oppress a people, that stuck with me, because when everybody gives up, the elites are going to open Pandora's box, whether it be concern or whatever, get them concerned, and they're going to open it up, and pride goes before destruction, the Holy Spirit goes before. That's just history. That's not just biblical. That's a person's own manly instinct and womanly instinct. That's just an inner animal instinct within the person. And what's going to happen there is that's going to destroy whoever's running shit in the shadows. And that's going to flourish for the amount of massing of people. Where George on Guidestones ain't even going to happen, man. And then the people are going to benefit. You, me, the hard-working man, the non-working people, the citizens, we're going to get that self-governance we want. Now it's going to be more than just a 1,000-year reign. This is going to be another, and that's going to be our eternity on earth, man. That's what I honestly believe. That's going to be our heaven on earth. So the more, let us give up. Yeah. Let the system break.
I'm not on any of that page either, because, or even in that book, I'm not religious. I'm an agnostic, so I don't really believe the Bible.
Hey, man, that message of hope is for everybody. I don't care what you believe anymore. That's open up for everybody. There's everybody.
But I basically roll with this. In the movement here, I stick by a simple method. Without the actual facts, proofs, evidence, I don't jump on stuff. I don't jump on stuff unless I have and logic and intelligence and common sense go along with it too. So I just basically go with what I know. And what I do know is that the system's corrupted to the core by a group of guys that print money out of thin air, a bunch of corporations right under them that just roll for their benefit, paid off our politicians, and the rest of the fucking humanity, the rest of us peasants suffer. That's simple. That's enough right there to concentrate on without bringing any other stuff. Right there is basically what I concentrate on. And seeing, like I said before, is like if people understood what self-ownership was and what anarchy really was, the system and those people running it would become obsolete. There would be no violent revolution. We just start a new world. And that's through our own mindset of understanding self-ownership and anarchy and or voluntarism through the non-aggression principle.
Well, let me just pull this parable out, and I'm going to jump off and let you guys do the show, because I got a lot to do tonight, because my mom's birthday is tomorrow, and I want to do something nice for her from this front. she's turning 60 tomorrow, so she wish my mom a happy birthday for me when I get off. So here's the thing. Think of this concept. At the end, you know how they say the best kept secrets are hidden in plain view, right? So at the end of Wizard of Oz, when they discovered when Toto pulled the curtain, who was it? It was an old-ass man. Yeah. And now, for him. Okay, that's a symbol there. Symbols are not always symbol-minded if you can see everything in plain view. 2 eyes open, mind clear. Okay, was James Earl Jones behind the Vader mask? No, he's a crusty old white guy. I'm a bald-headed white guy, I can say that. Okay? Now, who's it going to hurt the most when the system fails? It ain't really going to hurt us, because who's pulling the damn strings and working the damn gears? It's the elite. Oh, yeah. My philosophy is what I get it from DLC. Download content from Daniel Lewis Frumkin, friend of Coachelli. My philosophy comes from him now. Let it fall. Let Babylon and the damn tower fall symbolically, I'm saying. Because it's really going to hurt the ones controlling it, because in reality, why is it going to hurt us? It's going to hurt them the most, because they run it. So the ones that are really going to hurt symbolically and overall, effectively, the effects are going to hurt the elites more, because they're really not going to be as safe as they think. They want us to think they're going to be safe, but they're not. We're the ones in numbers, 99%. We're the ones with the multicultural black, white, Hispanic, whoever, what have all this 7 continents. So in reality, in all realities of the open door of it all, 2 eyes open, mind clear on this show, we're the ones that are going to come in masses. There's never going to be enough military to make those FEMA camps. If you talk to James Sanders and all he says on Eva's show, I know this guy, had him on this show, and I'll tell you, it's going to hurt the elites. Let it fall. I'm going to jump off.
Oh, I agree with that. This goes back to something we were talking about a few minutes back about the protesters and all in Berkeley, though. The thing is that if you get all these crazies, they're just fighting this, fighting that, like fascism and whatever, and so they have their big revolution, but what do they replace it with? That's the thing that they need to understand. They need to get on the same book and the same page with us as far as understanding anarchy and self-ownership and all that we were just talking about. They need to be where our head's at, because if it's not, and then right now it's not, especially we were just talking about those dipshits in Berkeley, if their head's not where we're at, we're going to just have a new dictator. We'll have a new form of government that'll do the same shit again. And we'll have a whole nother revolution and a whole nother awakening. And it's time for people to get on, understand what we're talking about, be on the same page as understanding self-ownership, self-governance, and ownership. And get them in the same mindset to know this is what we replace government with. This is the solution that we best know right now. Okay, let's try this idea. Instead of, if you get a bunch of those, well, they put Hillary in. Well, I bet you half of those Berkeley kids out there would be, right now, I'd take Hillary. Well, look, I can protest Trump or this guy, or that guy. I protest Hillary too. I protest the whole fucking system. So they need to understand it's not the person, it's the system. So they have their big let Babylon fall. But I want to know what they want to replace Babylon with. I know what we would do as anarchists, volunteers, whatever you want to call us. I know what we would do. I don't know what they would do. And until we get all of them on the same page, this is a long, hard battle. And having Babylon fall like that right off the bat might not be such a damn good thing. Because in the long run, you don't know what it's getting replaced. It can be replaced with something worse. I mean, much worse. So you've got to be careful of that, too, And there's a lot of people out there. Right now, a lot of people, the majority of the people are divided. They've got one belief or the next, and they're divided with their beliefs, whether it's Republicans and Democrats. It could be religious beliefs. It could be, all the way down to football teams, with being this is a Super Bowl weekend. Atlanta versus New England beliefs. There's a lot of division, is what I'm saying. Until people unite, understand what we're talking about, again, what we're talking about, self-ownership. Until they understand that, we got a lot of work ahead of us, and these people got to get on the same page, get in the same book on the same page.
That's true.
You follow me there? You know what I'm saying?
That's the absolute truth. And you got to know your enemy. And I'm sorry it's going to take you a little bit of time to do a little bit of reading, man. But, that's just the long and short of it. You can either sit back and do nothing or try to do something. Now, while I'll applaud these kids for, trying to stand up and say, hey, we're not going to take this bullshit from you people anymore. But you need to really educate yourselves and realize what your anger is. Because you start leading people down this violent path, man, guess what they're going to follow? Guess what they're going to see? And I have to disagree with you on one point, man. I really think it's going to end up in a violent revolution one way or another. I just hope that when we do, we're actually educating ourselves on what it is to be the good guys. Because we haven't been the good guys.
I know. I agree with that, too. I mean, it could very well be a violent. I'm just saying the problem is like, if everybody's not on the same page, we're back to square one after that. What do we replace this system with? Do we understand what the system really is? Do these people understand? They want their revolution there. And again, we don't blame people for standing up. But, yeah, doing the violence thing and that they were doing, that you were just saying. But they don't know what they want to replace it with yet. They haven't educated themselves, like you just said, and they need to. Until they do that, I mean, if we can get them, more people doing that, I mean, that's the win-win situation. Violent revolution, fine, but what are we going to replace it with? You're going to have a whole bunch of people that just are not on the same page as us.
Well, violent revolution is the
scary part, Lee.
It's inevitable. Well, it's inevitable now. Sometimes you let your toilet clog up too much, kids. Then you got to get a new toilet, replace all your damn lines. That's how it goes. And what we've done is we've let our collective toilet, by doing this collectively, we've allowed ourselves to be, hey, we just let the shit build up. And now there's nothing we can do about it. We got to replace it all. You let it be corrupted for so long, man. And now that it's a big TV star or this big billionaire that, wants to be a prick all the fucking time. Shit, man. You didn't see that one coming? I mean, how many times do you have to be hitting the head with the goddamn softball before you catch the motherfucker, man? Because they've been doing it for years. Playing on your emotions, playing on your fucking feelings, playing on your beliefs. And you've sucked it up like hogs at the fucking trough, man.
Yep.
And now you've got to reap the benefits of what you've done. Now you've got to stop and seriously take a big look at what has happened. It's okay to be wrong. It is. We have all been wrong at one point in time. Jesus Christ, man. I voted a couple times. Boy, was I wrong. What a waste of time. But still, yet, here we are. It's been a big system that we've all been duped into thinking that we have to contribute to. Then all of a sudden, the end-all, be-all of our existence has to come at the hands of government. If it weren't for the government, the terrorists would come and get us. Some other country, China would invade. Russia would invade. You really think that? I mean, why couldn't we get a president, if you're going to still believe in that stuff, why couldn't you get a president that's going, you know what? Why are all our boys overseas, dying for no reason?
Exactly.
Oh, they're trying to, it's humanitarian. What's not humanitarian if you're drone bombing them and killing innocent civilians in the process, which has been proven through your news media. This has happened.
They're creating terrorists, too. They're doing that over there because of the situation.
That's the
thing. They're creating the terrorists. They're creating the whole thing.
When you go around bombing countries, man.
That's another aspect of what's going on.
When you go around bombing countries and starting shit, or at least being a part of shit, well, of course, other people are going to get mad at you. If you kill somebody's family, yeah, they're going to be a little bit pissed, I think. And rightfully so. And yet, oh, no, we got to keep giving the money. Got to keep doing that. That makes you guilty. That makes us all guilty when we have to give our money in one form or another to the government. State, federal, local, doesn't matter. It's all part of the same problem.
Rich their freaking system and their profits in their pockets, and to help them out. We're just all getting robbed by a bunch of psychopaths. Two heads to this fight here. You know, there's like waking people up to this corruption, and then once you get them awake to that corruption, to get them to understand what to replace it with. Not with more government, not with more cancer, with more cancer. You know, that's where we gotta drill in. You know, hey, take a look at Google voluntarism, Google anarchy. You know, on self-ownership. Then, when that happens, then we can have. I think that's when the revolution would really. I mean, if everybody was on that page and got it, it'd be over. Game over. I mean, we'd win. That's it. There would be nothing. They'd become obsolete. But, I mean, that's such a long, hard battle, fight, war away from now. But every chip we take, you know, we just chip at it. You know.
Well, that's
every weekend, every time you can talk to somebody, every time you can, you know, educate, help educate, give some people some links, get them steered the right way. Understanding what freedom and liberty really is.
Well, in the end, you know, that's what you have to do. And, you know, you're not going to get everybody to agree with you every time. And you can't get that, what I had at the beginning of the show where I was, you know, pissed off about these kids being mad, but not actually being educated on the subject enough to know why they're mad.
Yeah.
You know, and
it's frustrating.
It is.
It's frustrating.
You have to take that step back and go, you know what? I'm going to keep on moving on, keep on chipping away. Baby steps, you know, it's okay. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Baby steps, you can get there. And ladies and gentlemen, it's possible. I've seen so many people that I've talked to over the years that have argued with me on subjects from this to that are really starting to see these things big picture, man. That are really, and they're going, you know what? You're kind of right. And I know I don't want to be. I've never wanted to be. This is something that we've said on almost every damn Friday Night SuperShow, man. We don't want to be right. Prove us wrong. Tell me that this isn't going to end up being another goddamn shit show. Over and over again. It's a shit show every time you keep contributing to these people that are robbing you, are killing in your name, are expanding a gigantic empire. Like, that's going to be great. I mean, we're living in a prison state society as it is. Why? Because they keep making up different laws all the friggin' time just to get money out of you. Do you think I'm wrong? Try not having the right gang color sticker on your license plate. Try not having a license plate on your private vehicle. Good Lord. They freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
There are people who have been shot and killed for having a brake light out. Are you kidding me? This is the society that we have contributed to for a very long time. And we've allowed it to, some of these people in my generation, I can speak for, we've allowed it to happen to our children. We've allowed it to happen to our grandchildren in some cases. Because we lost sight of what was really important, man. We lost our way. We let these suit dummies, these psychopaths that only seem to think that, hey, if I get a government job, then that makes me important. Or no, I'm going to try and fight for the common people. And then they get into the machine and realize that the machine don't fucking work that way.
Yeah.
That's not what you can get into government with all the best intentions in the world and try to be true and steadfast, but you can ask people like Jesse Ventura, you can ask people like Justin Amash, you can ask people like Ron Paul, you can ask people like Rand Paul, you can ask all sorts of people, whoever you seem to think you hold in high regard in these positions. That's not how the machine works.
No.
And you get silenced big time if you start speaking against the machine. Well, of course, unless you become president. And then all of a sudden you start using the machine the way Donald Trump is using it.
Well, Obama did the same thing.
And Donald Trump is not using the machine to better our society, period.
And neither did
Obama, neither did Bush, neither did Clinton, neither did Reagan. I could take it all the way back.
Yeah. Go all the way back to Nixon. But from that, Carter and then Nixon.
Don't even get me started on Nixon's.
Yeah. That's where it really started. That's where the power grab really started getting stronger, though. And now I think it's escalating too. This is I think we got enough time before the break. This is something else I wanted to point out. It's like you were just saying about how the government's doing this and that and getting their money in their pocket. I think a power grab is happening too with this whole, getting these protesters and Berkeley's and all this stuff going on and putting such a narrative around it now to where they're going to want to. This is going to be another power grab. They're going to start cutting down on our First Amendment rights, and I think it's already started. I think I mentioned some of this last week or the week before. That was last week, but they're going to want to start getting on. They're going to start limiting protesting more. They're going to make it harder and harder to protest.
Oh yeah, they're going to make it a criminal act.
Yeah, and that's a big power grab on the First Amendment. I see that coming. I mean, this is plain as day to me. And it's only been a week or so.
It's been that way for a while, brother.
The other night, I mean, this could be something that's totally set up to just get these. I mean, it is. They want these kids to be pissed off, and again, a lot of these kids they're pissed off. They want their revolution, but they don't know what to replace it with. They don't know that they're being manipulated by the media and the system itself because they still believe in the system. They're not on the same book or the same page as we are, and now I can see this is the perfect opportunity for more power grab for government, and especially around the First Amendment and protesting. And with Standing Rock and everything else, the way the media is trying to play that off, I mean, we know what's really going on in Standing Rock, but it's amazing how many people that don't. And then just, the peaceful protesters, and they're always trying, and the media, no matter what, is always trying to paint them bad. And
they're doing that.
That would happen with Berkeley. It's just more fuel for the fire, and it's a power grab. I see it coming.
They're doing that for a long time, man. Really, they are. Any type of protest.
They'll take 10 more. Every little bit of power you give them, they'll take more. They want more. They want more. You give them an inch.
Well, any type of protest that means anything, is what they try to shut down. And I'm not trying to degrade women or anything on this show because I never have. But the Women's March, you know why that went off, and all of you thought that it was such a success? Because they let you. Protest against a cop killing a guy in the back of his fucking car. Protest against people being walled in or shut out. Protest against something that freaking matters besides, we want the same rights as you got. When you've already got those rights. You're just letting a third party tell you don't.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them are all manipulated by the media, like I just said, and they're being driven to being, making shit worse and worse to where, these people are like, oh, wait a minute, we have to crack down on this, and their narrative, and they'll find their terminology. They'll probably throw that word terror in there at some point.
This is true, man. Hey, buddy, before we get... Go ahead real quick. Before we get to the break, I got somebody special on the line with us.
Cool.
We've got Renegade Smith right here, man. Renegade, how in the hell is you doing, man?
Just doing my best to do my best, I guess.
Well, that's all you can do.
That's about it. And, selling Girl Scout cookies, by the way. They got a new flavor out called Divide and Conquer. Anybody interested in that?
Was that written by Kissinger?
And Soros.
Yeah,
I
Kissinger and
think
Soros.
Mixed the batch with his third leg.
That's greasy.
It is, and so is he. Listen to you guys earlier. I had to jump off a little bit, but I just jumped back on now and listen to you guys talk. And, oh man, Lee, it's so hard to put a finger on this clown, but I'm starting to see something here. Now, from what I understand, Mr. Chump had a meeting with the already dead George Soros. Could this whole thing, knowing we're working together, them getting in there, George Soros pulling on his little strings, MoveOn.org and Black Lives Matter, getting all these people out in the protest. You guys are saying it. Could this be an attempt to literally fully go against the First Amendment?
It totally is. I absolutely believe that with everything that I am, man. These people have been planning this for a long time with your designated free speech zones, and you can protest over here, you can protest over there, but not right here. Don't be saying nothing where the cameras are. None of that. We got to make sure that when we put this out nationally to the public, that none of you people are out there, really. We'll give you a little shot on the local news. How's that sound? Or unless we're the media, we don't like that candidate, like they did with Trump, which really worked out great in their favor because, hey, they gave him, $3.5 billion worth of free advertisement on their own. That's all they ever talked about the entire time he was running. Donald Trump said this, and Donald Trump tweeted that, and you fucking schmucks.
I know this girl named Allison, and I've known her for, my gosh, years and years and years since, junior high or middle school, whatever they call it now. And, she liked Obama, and she, I guess wanted Hillary possibly to get in there with Trump, but she slams Trump all the time. And I'm trying to, as you guys are just talking about, I'm trying to wake her up. Now, I think she possibly could all, be there, but, just like me, you got to take that next step, and that next step is off the cliff. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Let's be real. When you step outside the left-right paradigm, you're literally taking a step off the cliff, and you are free-falling for a while, because now you're going against everybody that you know, whether they're leaning left or leaning right. Well, back on them. We ain't leaning no more. We're free-falling.
You got to jump. You got to jump. It's not for everybody. It's a little bit difficult, but I'm telling you, kids, you got to jump. If you don't jump, they're going to push you. If you wait for them to push it, then you're going to be, like I said earlier in the hour, man, you're too late.
I'll say this, though. I can see, it's funny because I remember back, and I just sent her a message about this. I remember back in 2008 how frustrated I was with the fact that Barry Soetoro, a.k.a. Barack Obama, stepped into the arena. And then looking at all of his progressiveness, people around him, I'm like, this guy cannot be any good. Well, of course not. I mean, once you step into that arena, as you guys have been talking about, they all, it's like they change overnight. They say this, they say that, like the Tea Party. They say this, they see that, they say that, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Nothing seems to happen. It's like there is this massive monster that they're all afraid of. And we kind of know there is one. Well, I've seen her frustration because I felt the same way. And I've been trying to tell her, man, you just got to, just let it go. Step over here, one step closer to the edge. Keep walking now. Just jump. Mm-hmm. Get away from it all. Jump that. There's an ocean down there. Just jump down into it and let all these people clown around and argue amongst each other. Let them keep dividing them. You don't have to be a part of it anymore. You can sit back now and warn them of what's going on. And I told her, I said, listen, I want to be optimistic about Trump. He said a lot of key words that we were really geared on. You know, we really
that was the point.
You know, he I know, you know, he came out and, you know, all 3 against 1, here we go again. And, you know, you guys are all puppets. And then we had the whole, you know, his comments about the banks, talking about getting us out of the UN. I'm like, well, this guy might be on the right side of the fence, might know what's going on within the oligarchs, the New World Order agenda. Maybe he's actually one of the ones fighting against it. And there's you know, holy crap. Wow, we're finally seeing some pushback. Nah. No, I don't know, man.
The guy is, he's about 3 years late when it comes to his social media ideas. It's like, dude, you're still stuck back there in where, you know, like, government matters. But you want to be that guy in charge and save the day.
People think he's trying to be a little more like Ron Paul, but he's no Ron Paul. I mean, we needed Ron Paul, you know, when they, like you were just saying before, last hour, or, you know, we were talking about Ron Paul, but he, you know, I just heard him running his mouth, shooting hot air. I actually thought it was a ploy to get Hillary in. And actually, I think it was probably their agenda at first until the freaking all that shit came out to where Hillary was just drowning in it. And they finally said, all right, well, let's just go with Plan B or Plan T, the Trumpster. Either way, you know, he was in on something. I don't believe any of this crap. Like, they don't know. I just think that it's stayed. They're basically elected or selected, not elected. I mean, they either way, the big money is on. It's paying them both off. So they're either way, whichever one comes out, they're still answering to the same money source.
Well, you know that's kind of what I was suspecting.
So, I mean, Trump can talk all this shit, but right now, if you look at his cabinet, and you've drained the swamp, replaced it with sewage. Well, that's the deep state sewage you're seeing. Barack Obama, a month before he was even elected, he got, you know, this is what your cabinet should look like from the deep state, and about 95% of his cabinet was off the recommendation from that paper. And it just goes to show you who's really in power. It's not these guys. And I think there's a Plan A and B, Plan B. It doesn't really matter who's, you know, elected because they've both been selected. And Bernie might have been thrown in there on that too originally. Maybe it could have been a ploy to get Trump going because they wanted these mavericks where Bernie got screwed over by Hillary and all the fuckery that went on there with the voting and everything. And so that everybody just all of a sudden, oh, let's go with Trump. You know, Trump's the logical.
Well, yeah, that did happen. You know, because, you know, they're like, I'm not going to vote for Hillary. You know, look at what she did to the guy that I wanted in. And then there's a lot of them that are, you know, like, I'm just not going to even go. I'm not going to go vote. I'm not going to play this game. And
Allison, that would be voting for the lesser of two evils. And I told her straight up, I don't vote for evil. I didn't vote. Yeah, I'm not voting for evil. Sorry.
Yep, I'm sorry. I don't associate with criminals. Sorry.
Exactly.
They are criminals. They are infringing upon your rights, taking from you to support themselves or support their agenda. They tried to get you to believe along with their agenda, like, oh, we need to be over there fighting for these people. No, we're the ones that are causing the most damage over there.
Yep, and you said the magic word, support.
Mm-hmm.
Support. That's why they count on the sheeple. That's why they have loads of propaganda, mind control, everything else going throughout that TV set where people sit down to tune into every night religiously, and they believe the crap they see. Let's talk about fake news.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to say this real quick. I haven't released a song in quite a while. I'm actually, my computer went down through my whole studio with all my recordings. In the meantime of that, I have been building one of the thickest, heaviest, meanest sounding tones you can get out of the guitar. And I want it to be a signature sound. As we discussed before, you can hear when Dimebag plays, you know it's in. when heads from Tool plays, you know it's him. When you hear the guys from Slayer cranking, you know it's them. They have that uniqueness. I've been working on that. And I wrote a song about everything we're talking about right now, about us on the outside looking in, and all this inner fighting, and this divide and conquer. The song is titled "Kill the Pain," and that will probably be my first song released when I get back in the studio.
Oh yeah,
it's a new sound. Kill the Pain.
Well, we're gonna play it here. And speaking of music, man, we got to get to our.
Question real quick, Reggie. Are you in Florida?
No.
Florida? No. Nah, I'm up here in PA, brother.
Oh, PA. Okay. I like my seasons. Florida. I thought it was you, but my bad. Maybe it was Trip I was thinking of. But okay. Yeah. Jam that music, man. I want to hear more.
Right on. We're gonna get to some tunes here real quick, man. We're gonna take a quick break like we do here, kids. I mean, I'm sorry to interrupt this little conversation, but we kind of gotta catch our breath, grab a few drinks. Crack your beers and open your ears, kids, because the Friday Night Super Show will be right back after this.
Boom.
Yeah, I'd like a large pepperoni, please. Delivery.
Large pepperoni?
Yeah. Is this the Besta Pizza? I want to make sure I'm ordering from Besta Pizza.
Yeah, DC.
Alrighty, that's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's
Best
the address?
Pizza. It's 3427 Jocelyn.
3427 Jocelyn.
That's right. Can I get the Podesta special?
I'm sorry?
The Podesta Brothers special. Come on. Hey, why'd you guys change your logo?
Why do we change which logo?
It used to be a triangle with the coil, with the pizza shape, but you took the coil out. It's changed. I just noticed that.
Yeah, but sir, don't be an idiot. You know what I'm saying?
Idiot.
If that's true, why we be open right now?
Oh, you're not going to be open for long.
You are smarter than the FBI or somebody else?
I'm sorry?
Don't be an idiot.
Oh, the FBI's coming, my friend.
I'm sorry?
I said the FBI is on their way, pedo protector. You're a pedo protector.
Listen.
Okay.
Okay, listen. You're going to get a call back from them because right now
Talk to me.
we have a call ID for everybody who's calling. Some people are threatening to shoot.
Caller ID.
You're going to get a call back from them in 24
I never called. I never said anything about.
You. I got your
I
name.
never said anything
I
about
got your
shooting
phone number.
anybody, my friend.
Listen. Shut the fuck up and
Yeah?
listen, bitch ass.
Whoa.
Idiot.
We don't need
Shut
that.
up.
Shut up.
Okay?
Bitch ass what? Say it.
Listen, I got your phone number.
I got your phone number. You're gonna get
sued, you fucking idiot.
Your business is going in the toilet, my friend.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You dumbass.
Al Qaeda.
You fucking idiot.
Base.
Fucking nonsense, and then call back here and bother us.
Listen,
We're open for business, okay?
Your business.
Had that been true, we wouldn't have been open for business. Fuck you, bitch.
Your business is going into the toilet.
Fuck you.
The Al Qaeda.
Fuck you. Go fuck your mom, okay?
Whoa.
Go fuck your mom, stupid ass.
Is this what you say?
You are a fucking pedophile.
I'm the pedophile.
How do you know the logo is pedophile? Because you fucking pedophile. You idiot.
Ooh.
You fucking stupid ass.
So you just admitted your logo's pedophile.
The only way we open, this store is open for 23 years, okay?
Not for long, my
we
friend.
got a big sign here. We're never gonna
change
it.
You're gonna
fucking
change it.
pedophile.
You're gonna change it. Change it.
Fuck you, bitch.
Start making my fucking pizza, pedo protector.
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Record my voice. Fuck you, you dumbass. Go fuck yourself, man. Fuck your mom. Fuck you.
How's Andrew Klein doing, your boss, your owner? How's he doing?
Fuck you.
The child trafficker.
Motherfucker.
Goodbye. Look at all these Ashkenazim playing God.
ISIS is back.
ISIS. Working hard with the Mossad. You know what that means, don't you? It's getting hard to keep up.
Israeli Secret Intelligence Service.
They're running your daily news. You got it all confused. They're mostly made up of Jews.
Israeli Secret Intelligence Service.
mass shootings do we need? How many more crisis actors have to bleed? Gun grabbers are overwhelmed by so much greed. They'll even shoot themselves in the foot to succeed. The ADL employ the troll, and every time I meet one I destroy their soul. Cyanine crisis actors, they enjoy the role, for it is not about gun control but boy control.
Remember when we were so young, we used to have a lot of fun, but then they came and took the guns, and now we can't shoot anyone. Bang bang, they took the guns. Bang bang, like Mao Zedong. Bang bang, there goes your fun. Bang bang, you can't have gun no more.
Nah, fuck that. Don't let them flip the truth on you. In the days where the Nobel Peace Prize goes to those who can get the bomb, Transformers have been fucking with your lexicon. Gun control is pushed by the Decepticons. Let me take you back to the time of Senator Metzenbaum. Now there's a new breed of these parasitic pilgrims. They feed on greed and the blood of the innocent children. I've concluded the system is run by pirates and pedophiles. Only liars and fools try to deny it.
Remember when we were so young, we used to have a lot of fun, but then they came and took the guns, and now we can't shoot anyone. Bang bang, they took the guns. Bang bang, like Mao Zedong. Bang bang, there goes your fun. Bang bang, you can't have gun no more.
They're disarming American citizens while funneling guns to criminals. When they hear bang bang, gun grabbers have an orgasm. Make me wanna wave a real 44 at them. Lone gunmen love to go commando. Sandy Hook, Charleston, Aurora, and Orlando. If you believe that, I can make you an instant owner of oceanfront property in Tombstone, Arizona. I'm losing my civility, I don't care how you feel. Only dummies and liars insist that all this shit is real. Your assertions are based on fallacious assumptions. I wanna light your motherfucking head up like a pumpkin. They got the public believing they can attack a phantom. I think someone scooped out all their noodles like a jack-o'-lantern. I can't help it off of crude jokes, confronted by the farce of an obvious Jew hoax. 109 times they've been summoned. I'm telling you without a doubt, 110 is coming. These Zionists don't like the fact that we're armed to the teeth. That's why they use their sympathy card to start all this beef. They wanna get the goyim frightened and disheveled. They are working for the devil on a fundamental level.
Remember when we were so young, we used to have a lot of fun, but then they came and took the guns, and now we can't shoot anyone. Bang bang, they took the guns. Bang bang, like Mao Zedong. Bang bang, there goes your fun. Bang bang, you can't have gun no more. Metzenbaum, gun grabber, Feinstein.
What a hideous gun-grabbing gargoyle you are. Chucky Schumer, want to disarm the goyim. Barbara Boxer, want to take your guns and destroy them.
Senator Cole, Mr. Levin,
you're all dual Israeli American citizens. Isn't that amazing? Now what the fuck does that say about your character with regards to your so-called allegiance to America? Traitors, you have not been kind to your host, and I guarantee you the chickens are coming home to roost.
Oh yes, the greatest gun grabbers in U.S. history are, and always have been, quite Jewish. Gun control in the United States is as Jewish as our liberal and self-destructive immigration policies.
America's biggest and most far-reaching gun law came from a Zionist.
1988, Senate Bill S-1523 is sponsored by Senator Howard Metzenbaum. It proposes legislation turning every violation of the Gun Control Act of 1968 into a RICO predicate offense, allowing a gun owner to be charged with federal racketeering offenses.
remember when we were so young, we used to have a lot of fun, but then they came and took the guns, and now we can't shoot anyone. Bang bang, they took the guns. Bang bang, like Mao Zedong. Bang bang, there goes your fun. Bang bang, you can't have gun no more.
all of the things you said for me. But your shoes are so hard to fill, yes, and living in your shadow is hard for me. Oh, I'll be alright if you hold me through the night. Put your loving arms around me, yeah, make everything alright. Whoa, 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 I'll be alright if you hold me through the night. No, this journey won't be easy, no, but one day we'll see the light. Whoa, 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 Well, they say and I believe that no one knows what fate can bring. But I just can't help but feel like I've been missing everything. Because I made you my whole world. Now that you're gone, it's hard to see. And though your time in this life was cut short, I still make you proud of me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, I'll be alright if you hold me through the night. Put your loving arms around me, yeah, make everything right. Whoa, 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 I'll be alright if you hold me through the night. Now this journey won't be easy, no, but one day we'll see the light. Whoa, 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 I'll be alright if you hold me through the night. Put your loving arms around me, yeah, make everything right. Whoa, 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 I'll be alright if you hold me through the night. No, this journey won't be easy, no, but one day we'll see the light. Whoa, 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 I'll be alright if you hold me through the night. Put your loving arms around me, yeah, make everything right. Whoa, 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 I'll be alright if you hold me through the night. No, this journey won't be easy, no, but one day we'll see the light. Yes, 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 one day we'll see the light.
Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but it seems to me that when the giant that holds up the earth dies, we are screwed.
Oh yeah, kids, we're back here on the Friday Night Super Show. I had some Payday Monsanto there for you. A little bit of Cirrus Minor. They're our good friends here on the Friday Night Super Show. Check them out wherever you can. Social media, YouTube, everywhere, man. We're broadcasting live on YouTube. I know that that's getting a little bit choppy. We're going to work on that next week. I promise you, people. They're telling me one thing, and people out listening, or the listeners are telling me something else. So, you children need to get your shit together there. YouTube, you're fucking up my shit. we'll make the adjustments here next week, hopefully by Monday, and make sure that this gets out to you a little bit better on YouTube. If not, you can check us out at www.spreaker.com/Last Voice for Liberty Network. I'm sitting here with big old crazy Spent Kent and the Renegade along with us tonight. Renegade Smith, a great friend of the show. And boys, we've been discussing a lot about the misplaced anger that's been going on with these kids that are out there rioting. You're right to be angry. We're not saying that. We're just saying you're not fully aware of where that anger needs to be directed and why it needs to be directed that way. There seems to be a lot of what has been causing a rift amongst people and acting like you can't get anything done. We need to go out and punch a Nazi in the face. No, a Nazi will prove themselves a Nazi. Okay. And Nazi, by the way, Nazis were socialists. Just saying, for all you anti-fascist people out there, you anti-FA or whatever, if that's really what the meaning of that is. I'm not entirely hip to all you kids' logo or lingos anymore, man. So it really kind of confuses me a little bit, but.
Don't you love how they use the alphabet to make, these little words that aren't even words, they just mean something, and we're like, eh?
Yeah,
out, man.
Oh, and then if you don't know what that means, you're like, well, what is that? And they're like, some people, a lot of them are out there, well, it's this, you dumbass, and make you feel like an idiot when you find it out, because that's what they've been taught. That's what their world has been up until then. You got to understand that, kids. If you're talking to an anti-fascist or one of these anarcho-communists or anybody that believes something different than you do, okay, you really got to put it into the simplest terms. Anybody that believes something different than you do, you've got to understand, hey, they probably didn't come from the same way you did. You were once lost, and then you get found. And that's something a lot of you Bible beaters out there don't quite understand, is that, hey, quoting the Bible and telling people that, well, if you're not with Jesus or you're not with that, then you're wrong. You got to take a step back and go, wait a minute. Not everybody is going to agree with me. Not everybody's going to understand that. I know a lot of people are sitting out there going, well, the Muslims do the same thing. But
anybody that does it.
It's really kind of a turnoff. And I hate to put it in that damn terms, that greasy of a term, but Jesus, man. You sit there and you try to shove something down someone's throat. You think they're going to eat it or want to try to eat it? No. But if you tell them just how good it is, you start explaining the finer points of it, and you start getting them to see. Look.
The pizza. Well, you the pizza delivery guy.
Yeah.
Watch this. Yo, man, come here real quick. You got like a beacon of light on top of your car. By the way, you're on Last Voice for Liberty Network. That's radio show. We're just wondering what happened to Fudgy. The Domino's little thing that they had.
No, it's the fucking Noid, man.
What the hell is it?
It was the Noid.
The Noid? I thought it was Fudgy. I thought Fudgy was like a dessert.
No, that's some sort of gay thing on gay porn, I think.
Hell is going on here. People dressing up. I don't know. We asked about that commercial we just saw. Yeah, people dressing up. Some of you guys pictures, warrior costumes.
You're talking to the microphone. I can't hear you.
Three guys out ripped off. I was asking if they had like warrior pictures or something like we see in the commercial the guy with the mask on, like a sword that made out of Domino's pizza boxes.
Yeah, I've seen that on Facebook. Yeah, the thing about Domino's Pizza, and I don't want anybody to go out and hate Domino's Pizza, But hey, they provide a service that you people want. I'm not a fan, of Domino's Pizza, and nobody listens to this show anyway, so it's irrelevant.
Yeah, I
But
eat the fuck out of some Domino's when I get a chance, man.
well, it depends on how baked you get. It's no, it's okay. They provide a service, and if you didn't want the service, you wouldn't be calling Domino's or even know who the Noid was or any of that garbage. You actually go.
I'm telling you,
We're not gonna have
Domino's had fudgy. It was their little thing for their freaking dessert.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't watch TV, man.
What I was going to tell him to do, but he had a roll. He had another delivery. I was going to tell him to give that. What they have now is they make these guys put on top of their car this Domino's pizza box, and it's glowing bright. It's a beacon of light. And I was going to tell him to give that thing a dirty Sanchez and say that's fudgy.
That's kind of messed up, That's
well, that's what I think about GMO pizza.
Yeah, that's why I don't eat at Domino's, dude. I've never liked Domino's.
Domino's pizza right now in a second, but who cares? I'm also slugging down beer.
Well, I'm about 8 or 10 beers away from eating just about anything, but
exactly. That one running 2.5 hours leave, you're like, oh
yeah.
So you got a good running system. If you got good plumbing in your body, and you go chow down on that fast. I consider Domino's fast food, just like I do Pizza Hut. You'll have one slice of that pizza, that thing's making its way out within minutes.
Yeah, there's a lot of places that are like that. I work a construction type job, and sometimes you only got half hour for lunch, or else if you take longer, that's taking money out your pocket. So it's at the gas station or whatever, something that you can just throw a little bit of sustenance into your body. And yes, there are certain places that I will not go. I'm sorry, I don't go to McDonald's. I don't go to fucking Burger King. I don't go to some places. But sometimes, when you're out working a job in a neighborhood and you got to get someplace and get something down your gut, sometimes you got to eat the gas station hot dog. Sometimes you got to eat that Hardee's heart attack burger. Sometimes you got to go eat some Jared Subway molesting children fucking shit. Sometimes you got to.
You know what? Do you know what I refuse to eat? I will never go there. For one, every one of the commercials, the food is absolute junk. But Sonic, man, them guys commercials. I've never eaten there. I've never eaten.
Don't.
I would like to pistol whip the both of them too.
Every Sonic that I've ever been to, ever has been garbage.
I heard they sucked. I never went, so I don't know.
You ain't missing nothing. Don't worry about it. But if you happen to see the two guys in that commercial, make sure you pistol whip them.
And we went to it when it first opened up here in the Heartland, and no. And I went to it more than once, man, because I was like, well, maybe what I got, was, just kind of fucked up. And no, then it got worse. And then my brother actually got a job working for him, and he's been in the restaurant business for a very long time. He takes that shit to heart, man. When he goes into work, he's going in there to make sure that people that are eating are getting the best thing that he could possibly give them, okay? And that includes cleaning up the kitchen and where you prepare this garbage or food sometimes. It does happen.
Let's talk about Taco. You guys mentioned Taco Bell earlier.
Taco Bell, they don't even wash their hands. Jesus Christ.
Taco Bell, their food, when you get it, it comes in buckets. And it has a label on it. Grade D food, all right to eat.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Above dog food, man. Really.
It's glorified dog food. And I've eaten dog food before.
I'm sure some people own some dogs out there that won't even touch that crap.
Oh, dogs will eat anything, dude. I'm telling you. Dogs will eat anything, and for $100, I'll at least taste it. But I'm a whore like that. I do things for money on
I'll
just
eat the fuck out of some Taco Bell too. It's just yummy when you eat it. That's
I ate that for about 20 years. Hey, Lee, one quick question for you. How many of your listeners do you think actually know what a dirty Sanchez is?
That's the fun part, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Well, how many know what the angry raccoon is? I mean, that's something.
I think I know what the dirty Sanchez is, but I don't want to say it.
Well, go ahead. Step up to the plate.
No, because there's listeners out there when somebody might call in, like maybe Big E call back in. I know what it is.
They can get all mad all they want. That's.
Are you reluctant to talk about the dirty Sanchez because you've actually had one?
No, I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. I was thinking Wet Willie. Never mind. That's what you.
No, the dirty Sanchez.
Never mind. Yeah.
The dirty Sanchez is and ladies and gentlemen, forgive me for even having to go here. This is your fault, Renegade. Dirty Sanchez
I was trying to go to Fludgy.
Is when you are. Let's see. How can I put this nicely?
Politically correct.
No, I'm just trying to put it nicely. The dirty Sanchez is when you're having intercourse with a woman and or man, I guess, whatever you're.
Oh, I know. Go ahead.
You stick a finger or what have you in their butthole, and then you pull your shit-stained thing out and make a mustache on their face.
Well, I guess it's better than Donkey Kong.
Or the donkey punch, or stupid things like that. It's a.
There's your dirty Sanchez.
It gets down to these greasy moments.
Stop eating Domino's. GMO jump. Like the system.
Well, then there's the angry raccoon, and this generally applies to heterosexual people. Not trying to exclude the non-heterosexual people out there, but the angry raccoon is when you are banging your chick and then you stick 2 fingers into her butthole and then pull your shit-stained fingers out, smear circles around her eyes like a raccoon, and run out of the house and kick the garbage over. It goes on and on. It's like 2 hobos fucking in a shoe full of piss. It just gets worse, kids.
Lee, the funny thing is, this is all a joke. Hopefully, no listeners are taking this serious. Like, man, I gotta try that. Me, I just gotta get in here. I'm gonna talk her into this. I'm gonna do this. Dirty Sanchez, and she's gonna get the raccoon eyes tonight. No, don't do it. That's right.
Well, there are people who are going to probably go out there and do that, People go out and fuck watermelons at night for some reason. There are people out there that do whatever the hell they want, okay? I mean, if your woman's going to put up with you smearing her own shit around her eyes and kicking the garbage down while you run out of the house.
You found a woman worthy of marriage.
You found an idiot, is what you found. I don't know anybody to put up with that shit. It comes beyond ridiculous. Guys, I'm gonna switch over a topic here shortly, but first I got to get over this stuff because this stuff's really making me have to piss.
I'm getting real educated here.
Did you just lose your appetite?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure I want to eat anything anymore, but we'll
heard anything from this Friday night, so it's awesome.
Ever. I mean, this is the type of thing that will make you lose an appetite forever, and so will our next topic. Guys, I'm gonna let you guys ramble here for a minute, and we're gonna take a quick break, a quick couple-minute break. Okay.
Hey, just real for the listeners. If you eat Subway and you look at that chicken breast with the fake grilled stripes across it, those are Dirty Sanchez's, by the way. Oh, man.
Greasy.
I'm not looking. That's why I'm not going to eat Subway there. But I will when Black Horse. I eat Subway too. I'm guilty. No, I don't plan on.
I've done it. I've done it.
I'm
Yeah.
crazy. It don't matter. I'm not saying everybody else should eat healthy too, exercise, do all that good shit.
Well, I've done it too. Like I said, I've been around. That's what you do. You gotta grab some stuff and be hungry when shit, dude. You gotta eat. You expend energy, then you gotta eat. That's all there is. Big E joining us again. How you doing there, bud?
Well, who brought Dirty Sanchez again? Who brought the Dirty Sanchez originally? Who was that?
His name was Fernando Felicimo Eduardo Sanchez. He's actually a Mayan from Mexico City, and he owned a 7-Eleven. It was amazing.
I remember. Then again, you cocksucker. I just had to pull away a whole damn thing of chimichangas, you asshole. I couldn't even eat. Oh, that was disgusting. The inside was just... Oh, man, how'd you make me lose my dinner? Oh, you did that to me. Now I got to fast. Oh, man. Sour cream inside of Jimmy. That was beef chimichanga, too. Oh, how'd you do that to me? How you doing, by the way?
Well, now you know what you can do if you can't grow facial hair. Go to that step, stake it.
Guys all right?
Oh, yeah, we're hanging in there, man. We're hanging in there.
So, how does it feel to be on Round 44 Liberty?
Well, this is the Friday Night
I just want the
SuperShow.
public to know Renegade didn't want me out here. But I'm thankful to be here with you. And I'm thankful to be here. So how you all there?
We're hanging out. We're just talking about these differences amongst people and how, hey, it's not that bad.
Heck, man, Dirty Sanchez. Wow, I don't. Oh, man. Wow. Talk about an infinite source of bad thoughts going worse, man.
I'm trying to bring this back to a less disgusting conversation other than Dirty Sanchez. Unfortunately, boys, I'm going to get something that's even greasier than Dirty Sanchez, which
brother, I had to call it this time.
happens to be child trafficking.
Oh,
Hey, sometimes you got to bring up these serious things here for, a little bit because they need to be pointed out, man. I mean, I know we get on here to have a good time, but I also know that, hey, some people get on here to listen to us tell a little bit of information, talk about a little bit of truth. And, since a lot of people are, out there, kind of being in denial about this, or just what's the word, turning the blind eye, then, hey, it needs to be pointed up. Sometimes they're even getting shut down, which is a lot of the opinion that people are pushing nowadays, is that, hey, this guy's or that guy's getting shut down once they start talking about it, or that guy's gotten dead once they started talking about it. And I've got to point out Ben Swan. The guy has brought up a lot of things that, you never would have really thought you would see on network TV or any type of TV anywhere. A lot of the reasons for dissent in the public, and why we should be looking at our government in a critical manner and not this lackadaisical days that we've been in for years. But, he does a report on Pizzagate and then disappears. Now, there's a lot of people out there that I know of that are saying that, well, he's just doing it as a publicity stunt. And, that's something, that's being kicked around. If that's the truth, Ben Swan comes back and tones his quote-unquote rhetoric down. Or Ben Swan
I
turns
don't
up
think
dead.
it's necessarily that, but go ahead.
Go ahead, man. No, go ahead.
No, I mean, I don't think it's, I don't necessarily, it's solely a publicity stunt. I think he's probably getting let go and, you know, basically booted out of the, wherever he's been, getting let go, contracts being terminated, whatever you want to call it. I think he's got something going on there career-wise, but he's coming back. I guarantee he's coming back with something on his own. It's going to be a YouTube thing or maybe, a radio show or what have you. But he's going to be back in the eye because he's making people understand that he's going, but he's coming back. Because he put out some tweets or something saying, trust me, he's coming back or whatever. I really just, here we are approaching the weekend, being that it's Friday night, the Friday Night SuperShow. Maybe we see what happens Monday. To me, I'm not going to, if you guys want to jump into some ideas or whatever, that's fine. I'm kind of just waiting to see what happens yet. So,
well, one thing I can definitely say is, I still retain that idea, like when I did that show with Amy, even though I haven't talked to her since, I can still retain the idea that everything she said was fact, because there's nothing that she said that I can say is not fact of what happens in Minnesota right now as we stand, because it just seems so weird how karma gets you, because the next day after I aired, like before I aired the show on Tuesday, airing her story that was uploaded for that day, the Minnesota, like on the House floor, the Minnesota, I think it was the new governor, he collapsed on the House floor, and I saw it on the Fox News, and then I just didn't even stick around to find out what the cover story was, because cover story usually means cover up of what happened, because it was like happened before the commercial break, they showed you the highlights, and he like collapsed on the House floor, and it was the same governor in the same state, when she was telling me all this stuff was happening, all the sex trafficking and all that, and the day I aired the show was the day we were having like a weird like ice storm up here, and I didn't want to wait till 7 o'clock to air her story, but I tell you, it just seems so ironic how things just get you back. So I'm not saying he knew, I'm not saying he didn't know, but it's happening in state. And this stuff really does go on. All 50 states in the union, globally, it's all part of Agenda 21, how they infiltrate the families with eugenics, psychiatry, philosophy, breaking down the family, using CPS to side with dads to take away rights of everyone, because parents have no rights, kids have no rights. It's not against war on women, war on fathers and masculinity. It's war on all and justice for all. And he's dividing the people, dividing people through politics. It doesn't stop with politics. It doesn't stop with race. It stops with the people in general, and that's where it all breaks it down.
Wow.
Sex trade is another thing that's used to really attack the arsenal of how we really view ourselves as people and what do we view.
That's true, man. Hey, the Renegade, you got something to add to this subject, man? Come on.
Pizzagate. I don't know if many of you or the listeners out there are familiar with a woman named Kathy O'Brien. She was basically a sex slave to the elites. She was part of the MK Ultra program, CIA. Yes, and it's taken on many names, Project Monarch, Orion Project, I believe, as well. She wrote a book called Transformation of America. I believe that's what the title is. Just look up Kathy O'Brien. O'Brien is O''B''I''E''N. Kathy O'Brien. Her book exposes Hillary Clinton as a molester, a lesbian child molester. So, yeah, let's go deep, Pizzagate. Let's go back to the day. And some of her handlers, as well as Bryce Tyler's, were all these people that many Americans think are so great. Henry Kissinger, Bob Hope, Reagan. I mean, it goes deep. The web runs deep. So this whole thing with Pizzagate, everybody involved in this crap in the government, they're all slime. And they all scratch each other's backs and try to hide this crap from the public. And, of course, as soon as this comes out, all of a sudden, Basically, as soon as Hitler's emails got hacked, they brought in some. Who was the guy? Podesta? Is that the
Podesta.
guy that was her campaign leader?
Yep.
He was the one. I think it was, he was the one that was invited for the spear cooking thing, but they had all these keywords in there about hot dogs and pizzas and all stuff like that. I mean, come on.
They were putting it. You're right, dude. They were putting the text that didn't make sense. So we got some 3-month-old pizzas we're gonna eat tonight. What?
Yep.
And if I can say one final thing, I don't care if the Russians tipped off Assange or not. It doesn't matter. Our government isn't going to investigate it themselves, period. So I personally could care less if the intelligence was given to Assange by the Russians and got back to us or not. WikiLeaks have never been wrong. So if they had to just say they never got the intelligence from the Russians, they also got the intelligence from Bradley Manning. So whether or not they got it from the Russians or from us, I don't care what they got it. It doesn't matter. America's elite got caught, and that's it.
You know, and this whole child trafficking thing, it goes so deep. There are actually teachers getting taught in some of these schools, especially the ones with some of these problem children, which aren't even really schools. They are not even correctional facilities, but they're care facilities, on how to look for symptoms of children who have been trafficked. I mean, it's that bad. And what's really bad about it is the people that are on TV every week, these talking heads smiling, and you put all your trust and hope and faith in them, and even give them a vote, they're behind it. They're behind it. It's disgusting. This is absolute evil. And yes, Pizzagate is real. It's just so funny how they came out right after that saying, fake, this is fake, fake news, fake news, fake news. Oh, so we're to believe CNN and Fox News and ABC and CBS, you know, they are put in there. They've been owned by the Rothschilds since the 1700s. They've been put in there to steer your thinking, and that's what they do. It's check out Kathy O'Brien. Check out her book, Kathy O'Brien's book, Transformation of America. Matter of fact, go on YouTube and type it in. There is an audio in there. And that's some sort of audio, but they put her what she wrote, which she dealt with Hillary, and when Hillary absolutely and positively molested her as a child. It's disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, this is, again, if you look at what's going on with, child molestation and everything, this is nothing new in history. It's nothing more new than torture and power and everything.